Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Big Legend Jim, and today is going to be my Minecraft Survival World Tour. So let's get into the video. So sorry for the bad mic quality yet again. I still don't have very good equipment, obviously because YouTube is just a hobby, and yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to just begin by touring my starter house. There are many other things you can see in the background, but we're just going to ignore those first. And a quick pointer, I might be doing more update videos on this world, depending on whether I decide to continue it, because this is my current survival world that I just play in my spare time. And when I add more things, I might just redo the whole thing, or I might just tour those new things specifically instead. So I spawned essentially on this island over here, and I made my way by swimming over to this island, over to here, and I built this house. Well, that was actually not the first thing I did. The first part of the base that I built after gathering trees on this side, because there were more on that side, was that I basically came down here and I made a dirt staircase, and the first sort of bit of the base that I've ever built was this sugarcane farm. But you know what, let's get a tour of the starter house as a whole. So you've got this main layer up here. It's just a storage of crafting stuff. I took them away for reasons I'll show you later. Just a barrel for storage. That gets me down to the underground part really quickly, and yeah, this is the enchanting area for this island, and I've just got a bunch of old stuff in here that I never really use and I don't really need anymore. But yeah, this is a nice little memento that's good to keep around him. I never really like to destroy old builds, even if it's, for example, an old iron farm that's not working. Which I don't have because I started this world, I believe it was just at the end of 1.13. Anyway, so we've got this. This goes down to the sugarcane farm area. This is the chicken egg farm, and that just gets me a bunch of eggs. And this is the pumpkin farm, and I've wired these up behind so that when the sugarcane farm harvests, the pumpkin farm also harvests. And these were like my first starter farms, so that I could easily get a supply of pumpkin pie as an unlimited food resource, which is always really useful to have in my opinion, because these are a lot easier to make than some other food farms. You don't even need that significant knowledge of redstone either to do it, and yeah, I think they're really cool. So let's move on. This is just my semi-automatic wheat farm. I'm sure you guys know how these work. It just lets water out and they push all into this water stream. I built this, it might have been what started in 1.12, this world, I can't exactly remember. But I think I built this before water pushed things really fast, so now some of the items just end up flying over the side, so I don't really use it that much. But I don't really have a need for wheat at the moment, so yeah, I'll just do that. Then we'll go to my first storage area. Oh, this was my old area for beds, and I used to have villagers in here before they despawned, sadly. Yeah, and this is my first storage area, so I still have some stuff here, like old redstone bits and pieces. Bits of diamond, lapis, coal. I just haven't been bothered to move over. Stone, stuff like that. Just stuff that I don't really need anymore. And in here we have furnaces for the ceiling. It's just a nice cozy little storage area that's good for a starter base such as this one. And then down here we just have a potato farm, I believe. Again, which is really basic. Yeah, that's the only word I can think of. So I think what I'm going to do before I show you guys my main area is show you the I think I'm going to show you guys the spawn islands and the stuff near there. So if I just come over this bridge, this is not a very well designed bridge, but of course it's oh, is that a zombie somewhere? Probably underground. Yeah, it's just basically for to getting across here. Wasn't really meant to look good. And then if we come across here, this is more of a recent addition, but I'll show it off anyway while we're over here. This is my iron farm. Now this farm was designed by Ilmango, if you want to know how to build it. It produces around 6,000 items per hour, and it's really good. The reason, or the way it works, and I'll explain why I said the reason, except for the fact that I'm not very good at speaking into the mic yet. The reason golems aren't spawning every single pad yet is because this takes about 20 minutes to charge up before all of them start spawning golems, and the reason is because the spawning conditions for golems need to be set, and that is that I need to be loading the villagers, and they also need to have either slept, or sorry, not either, they have to have both slept and worked in the last 20 minutes, because a day cycle is 10 minutes for the day and 10 minutes for the night in Minecraft. So it takes 20 minutes to sort of like fully get going, and for the game to register that I'm loading these and they have slept and they have worked in the last 20 minutes. So that when each time the zombie gets to the villager, they get scared and iron golems spawn, because otherwise if the zombie will still scare the villagers, but it won't cause an iron golem to spawn if they can't work or sleep. And they also need to be loaded, obviously, which these ones at the back aren't when I'm over at my base over there, but usually these ones at the front are, so I only get about half output when I'm not AFKing here, but that's fine and good enough for me. And then I have a sort of a buffer chest down here, and then we can come to the proper storage room, this iron farm, complete with an automatic sorter. I've got a tutorial for one of those on my channel. And here, so up the sorter is off, down the sorter is on. It's on at the moment, and the reason I turn it off is because, say for example, I fill up all these chests, I have a overflow mechanism, and I really sort of only put it in there just in case I had too much iron, but it turns out that I would want to keep as much as I could, and then I would only turn it on to sort of start depositing the rest of the stuff that couldn't fit in the chests if I just had too much. But essentially it's filled up quite a lot so far. It's filled up this whole row, and I think most of this, and then this chest as well. Oh, and that one. So it's filled up about 4, 5, 6, 7. It's filled up about 8 of iron and nearly 2 of poppies, just because I don't really AFK over here that much, but it's really fast. And I can show you my proper storage room, how much iron it produces. It is a crazy good farm. Go watch Ilmango's video, which you probably already have heard of who he is if you're watching my video, because I'm obviously not famous at all, but he's definitely very famous and very good Minecraft YouTuber, so check him out if you want to build all these crazy fast farms, and there'll be other farms from him as well. This is a villager breeder. I use this to breed up all the villagers that I have in the cells up there. This also acts as a really slow potato farm, but the way it works is that there's just a farmer in there. He shares food with all the villagers at around midday. He farms the potatoes himself, so it's fully automatic, and when villagers get food thrown at them and they have beds, they tend to spawn baby villagers, and the baby villagers will fall down the whole trap that's created and fall into here. So it's just a fully automatic villager breeder, and you can I can do a tutorial on it at some point for you guys, but there are also loads of tutorials on YouTube, and I think I use a tutorial for that one, but it's a pretty simple concept. I could easily design one myself. It's not too difficult once you understand villager mechanics. So that's it for the sort of spawn area. So let's just go through my base naturally instead of flying with my Elytra. Also, I think I should probably showcase the armor that I'm wearing and stuff before I move on. This is going to be quite a long video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are not going to watch the whole thing. But I just want to showcase every part of my world so far because I'm fairly proud of it, and I don't normally build this much stuff on the Minecraft world and keep it this long. So, first of all, my tools. I've got like the best tools you can get for these 3 items, and then I just have efficiency 5 on breaking 3 and mending, and on my axe I have smite 5, just because it allows you to kill zombies, skeletons, zombie pigmen, wither skeletons, and the wither boss a lot quicker. Then I have my ender chest. I have nearly fully enchanted armor. Like, it's perfect armor that you can make now, but I got the extra projectile protection 4 and blast protection 4, which you can't normally get because you can't have 2 types of protection on the same armor, but I managed to do that because this world was around in 1.14.2, and there was a glitch where you could enchant 1 piece of armor with 2 types of protection, and that basically makes this close to god armor. It doesn't have perfect enchants, but it's pretty much really difficult for any mobs to kill me now, so I barely died in this game since I made this armor. The only times I've died is from when I've flown into cliffs without watching my health with the Elytra, because I don't think it protects against that too well, but yeah. So let's move on. Are there any skeletons or something? You know what, I'm not going to showcase Smite 5, I'm sure you guys know all about that. So let's move on to the next part of the base, and most of my base is connected, so essentially you're able to walk to most of it through tunnels or underground areas. I still have yet to connect up the iron farm, but I will be doing that when I make my villager trading hall, which you guys will probably see in the next update video. So the first thing is this sort of crossroads. I'm going to go across here to the house that's here. I'll cut out some of this walking or speed it up if you guys find it boring, but yeah, this is just a sort of a checkpoint house that's over here. It's not really very used at all. It's mainly so that when I come over here I don't get exploded by a creeper or anything like that. And I can show you the outside when it's the daytime, because this will definitely take quite a while to show you everything that's on this part of the base. Now, before going in, this I should explain that this base is meant to be sort of a gimmick. So it's meant to have most of the farms that you can make. It's not finished yet, but it's meant to have most of the farms that you can make within close proximity to it, and basically it's self-sustaining, and I wanted it to be so that I could pretty much not have to leave and get most things I need there, and that's why I like to have everything connected, so it's sort of all one base and everything's sort of accessible without using an Elytra. So let me go down here first. This is just a basic zombie spawner. It's got a little decorated corridor that isn't really very impressive, and yeah, it's got an on and off switch. That's just controlling redstone lamps. It's got a bunch of loot here. I used to use this a lot before I made my other main XP farm. It's not an Enderman farm, by the way. I know you guys probably assumed it was an Enderman farm, but I don't really like using the Enderman farm too much. I mean, I have one, but it's not for XP. It's for something else, which I'll show you guys later on in the video. This probably be like a 40-minute video, I'm not gonna lie, and most of you will not sit through the entire thing, but I still want to get it out there because I'm proud of this world, and you know, it's fun to record and edit videos. The only annoying part is that this is going to take like 10 years to render, but let's not talk about that. So this is the kelp farm. It's just a simple design. I'm sure you've seen it on stuff like Hermitcraft, and I know Cubfan has a video on how to make one of these, but I've just made a half of it, and it just breaks the kelp and deposits it in hopper lines. This has just been running while I've been moving around my base, so you know it's not really been AFK'd at properly. As you can see, I have a conduit down there. If I just zoom in, yeah, that's just so I can breathe underwater when I'm around here. So let's enter the base. I like to call this place the Colossus. It's a cylindrical base that goes from build limit down to bedrock, and it has a floor pretty much at each sort of level, I guess you would say. But you'll see why some floors are massive and some aren't in a second. So this is going to be just underground level, this first floor, and I'll ignore that for a second. So this is my basically my main automatic farm room. So here we have a sugarcane farm. I take from this all the time, that's why it's not really that full. I use to make rockets and pumpkin pies and stuff. This is the cactus farm. I don't take from this very often, but it's just a big room with cactus farms, and that's why it's so full. I don't really have a use for cactus yet. But yeah, then here we have the egg farm that because I didn't want to walk back to that other starter base every time I wanted to make them. Here we have a pumpkin farm. This is a really efficient farm, by the way, and I really like it, and I'll show you how it works in just a second. And here we have a wool farm. Now the way this works, I can show you guys in a second. I have a maintenance area, but yeah, all you do is you flick the lever. There's a bit of lag there because this place is so laggy, but I don't know if you could hear the shears. You might be able to hear them in the video, I'm not sure, but it's just shearing sheep and automatically picking up the wool, like so. That was because of the new update in 1.14 where you can put shears in dispensers and they will shear the sheep for you. So here we go into the maintenance hatch. This is the Etho hopper clock for the melon and pumpkin farm. I use this instead of observers just because I prefer to do that, which is contrary to the tutorial I made on melon and pumpkin farm at some point in my channel. But yeah, I just prefer Etho hopper clocks because then I can just control pretty much everything pretty easily, and that just goes into a 1 pulse generator here. And then if I go back here, we have the behind of the sheep farm. I know it's pretty barbaric, but the way this works is it is a cylinder, not cylinder, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a set path where the sheep, there are so many sheep in there that because of the water streams, they will push each other in this direction, and then they get to a water elevator, and it goes up and down, and the sheer volume of sheep means they just keep getting pushed along, and that's not really good for real life animals. But this is Minecraft, so you can abuse things like this, and well, I need to replace these soon, but I've got shears in there that will just shear the sheep for me, and the lever back there, what that does is it activates the minecart while simultaneously turning on the dispenser, so basically I don't have to leave it on. And I can leave this on all the time and get tons more wool, but the reason I don't is because I don't want to keep changing out the shears, and I don't really need wool that much. I did need a lot of it recently, which is why there's so much in there. I spent like a couple of hours AFK, and there was like a full chest, so it's a really good farm when I leave it on. But yeah, let's go up to the upper part of the base, and I have a nice little water elevator system here. So this is the main lobby area. Floor 1, entrance hub. Oh, that's meant to say parts of the base. I'm going to ignore that. So this is basically the way I get back up from the bottom floors, and this is the way I go down to the lowest floor, lowest point. This is just a simple little elevator to this floor. So let's just go back up. And yeah, this is just a pretty simple floor. We'll obviously be coming back here to get to the lower parts of the base. Next we have floor 2, and this floor is the storage room. Now I keep the majority of my items in here. You can see prismarine, nether stuff, sand. I used to have a lot more, gravel and concrete, stones, cobblestone, not much stone at the moment, dirt, there we go, mob drops, farming goods, I guess, redstone, coal, iron. Yeah, I have a near full shulker box full of iron. The reason that used to be full, the reason it's depleted is because I recently put in like 4 beacons, and it's not the ones that you can see, it's ones at another part of the world that you'll see soon. Valuables chest, just 2 spare elytras, spare ender chests, end crystals when I want to spam fight the dragon, wither skeleton skulls, heart of the sea, diamonds, etc. Wooden stuff, shulker boxes. I thought I had more shulker boxes than that. Anyway, I might need to go for a shulker box hunt. So yeah, there's and then I just got the rest of my stuff. That's just an ender pearl and firework rocket boat. Shulker box. I read the word boat. That was dumb. This is fire resistance potions. I always keep one on me because you can't get this armor again, and if I die in lava, I won't be able to get this stuff back. And the good thing about this armor though is that it will allow me to stay alive and swim in lava for about 20 to 30 seconds before I die. So I've got a good chunk of time to swig a fire resistance potion and be perfectly good. So yeah, let's move on then. Floor 3, bedroom, monuments pretty much. So we've got the dragon egg, we've got all the types of armor, we've got all the heads. Well, I'm in the process of getting all the heads. I'm going to have obviously zombie skeleton creeper. I have I tried them with channeling so I can get the heads. Oh, and I quickly should mention, I have a data pack on that will drop my head when it dies, so that's why I have my head on the table, and I've obviously died in this world then. Oh, I have my music discs over here. There should be a jukebox here, I don't know why there's not, but I'll make one soon. And yeah, that's it for this floor. Oh, it's also got like elytra landing pads and shit. And I shouldn't have said shit, but you know, I'm not monetized yet, so who cares. Crafting area room, so it's got all the different crafting things I need. These obviously don't do anything, but just in case they do in the future. Looms, barrels, a bunch of that stuff. Future map room, everything is not fully mapped, but yeah, this is just the part of the base that we're on, and I'll show you these buildings and stuff later. Moving on, project planning room. I just knock a sign off the board whenever I've done it. Oh, here is the automatic furnace array that fully restocks itself, along with an XP function. So whenever I flick the lever, it locks the hopper, and I can just take out an item and then get all the XP that is generated. And it fully restocks itself, and I'll show you why in a second. So what we have is a comparator that detects when there are items running out of this last hopper here. I haven't done it in all of them just because usually this is enough to just refuel it indefinitely. So yeah, it's the signal strength is just, I know the redstone can be more efficient, but I like having sort of sprawling circuits because it's cool when you go up the water elevators to watch them. But we have two 0-tick bamboo farms, fueling each side when they get low on bamboo, and yeah, that just pretty much allows me to infinitely smelt without having to worry about fueling, even though I have farms to generate infinite fuel already. Again, it's just nice to have, and you know, I can smelt lots of things like this without even having to worry about fuel. So let's go up one more layer. Here we have the main enchanting area of the base. This is just where I made all of this stuff. I've got a bunch of old swords and enchants, and this is just from knocking out a couple of strongholds. Ender chest, we have a mending villager here. Actually, he is 10 emeralds for mending without being converted from a zombie villager. So the cool thing about that is, if I did get a zombie up here, I would probably be getting 1 emerald for a mending book. So yeah, I captured him and I took him up here, yeah, he's really good. Now I don't have many things, well, if I don't have anything on these top floors except for like a makeshift netherwart farm that will be used more when I make like a automatic potion brewing area on one of these floors. I just need a way for it to funnel down, and then here's like the second big floor that I think I'll put just another big sugarcane farm in, because I like having lots of sugarcane. So let's yeah, I mean, I can show you guys the top. Let's just run to the top really quickly, show you that it goes to build limit. And this took ages to build, by the way, but oh, there's creepers up there. Yeah, I don't want to go off that side. But the thing about this base that was good, I'm not going to go off that side, was that all the blocks that basically made up this base, oh, the render distance is too low to see down. All the blocks that made up this base were gotten because this goes to bedrock as well. So I was able to pretty much build this whole base from digging the bottom floors out. Let's see if I can increase the render distance a little bit. This might cause a bit of lag. But yeah, you can see how high up we are. It's ridiculously high, but I think this is a really cool gimmick to have. And yeah, I like this base a lot. So let's put the render distance down again, just so I can get high frames while I tour. Next thing is the bottom floors. Not is the bottom floors, I was about to say. So this is the elevator that goes down there. Now this is a neat little area. I have pretty much like mob farms down here. So here we have a spider spawner farm. So if I go down this corridor, there's a cave spider spawner behind there, and it just generates, well, it generates all mob drops because it's a dark room with magma, what's it called, magma blocks. These were before Wither Roses came out, but it's just magma blocks for the floor, and it generates string and spider eyes and other mobs because they spawn in there. It can get me about a stack of string in like 20 minutes, which isn't too bad, but it's not that fast, and I haven't had a need for string, so I haven't built anything faster. This is the slime farm. It's not super efficient, but it works pretty much all the time while I'm at my base, so I'm constantly getting slime. I mean, I have stacks and stacks. I think I have like a double chest of slime blocks already. I barely use slime at the moment, so yeah. Then I have a creeper farm. I mean, I would show you guys in Spectator, but I mean, pretty much it's just a basic Ilmango. It was either Ilmango or another one of those Sidecraft YouTubers. I can't remember all of them, but they all make these crazy ridiculous mob farms, and it's just a mob flushing system with diamond shaped pads that range up about 8-9 layers, with dispensers with water pushing them off, and the layers are designed to only spawn creepers, and the creepers spawn, then they fall off from the water and die on those magma blocks over there that you might be able to see, and then I just get gunpowder. And this is all the stuff that's saved up from me just being around my base. And obviously I use a lot for rockets as well, so it's really good to have. There we go. Bit of lag there. That's to be expected in this area, I think. Then we'll have this mid floor. So this floor is just basically a middle area. I can't really put anything up there, so I decided to go in these two directions. So here I have my other bamboo farm. This was just made by My Design. It's got a little observer up the corner. It's fairly efficient, as you can see, because I come down here and use it to make sticks instead of using normal wood, because I always run out of normal wood and I need to make a wood farm, but that's something I'll do in the future. Then I've got my six beacon thingy here. It's self-explanatory, really. It's cuts through the ceiling. That's what those blue lasers were. This is where I come and adjust them, and this is where I beacon mined a little bit, but I don't really need to mine that much anymore. So I only need to mine for redstone and lapis now, and to be honest, I have so much lapis that I don't need that, and I'm about to make a witch farm soon, which will be in the next World Tour video, which I don't know will be how many months along the line, but I may redo the whole thing, or I may just refer you guys to this one and then do a shorter one then. But yeah, then we have the other side of this floor. Here we just have an automatic chicken farm. I've used a lot of the roast chicken recently to breed a lot of dogs. That's why it doesn't have many filled in yet. But I made this design myself. It's not super efficient, but it works enough for the needs that I have. And you'll see why soon I had to breed a lot of dogs. Next thing, this is Ilmango Design Cobblestone Generator. So this is a really cool farm. I'm sure you guys have seen this tutorial, but when you turn this on, yes, I love watching this. It's so cool. So it basically has stone generators here with lava and water and pistons pushing them across, and every 3 blocks TNT Jupiter up there drops TNT down and blows up the cobblestone. It's really, really cool. Let me just turn it off so I don't need lots of cobblestone at the moment. And last thing, and then it'll turn off. This is a maintenance hatch for it. Let's just show you the behind the scene. Oh, there's a slime there. Yeah, let's just get rid of these guys. There we go. So yeah, it's a okay. I've picked up some cobblestone there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool farm. I enjoy it. I leave this glass open because it always breaks from the TNT, and if I ever get stuck in there, I can just get out. I might trigger some people's OCD, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. This is just the storage room for it. It's not very big yet, just because I don't leave it on, and I only come down here and AFK when I need the cobblestone, which I have needed, and I'll show you why soon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this floor, and I think that's it for this whole base. So let me go up to the lobby area. Now let's go to the next big farm that I have in my world, and this took me about a month, maybe 2, to finish. And the only reason it took 2 is because of the first part of making it. Now this is my Guardian farm. I opted for the one where you clear out the entire part of water and then build the farm, so it took even longer, but I think they look cooler. As you can see, it is really big and cool in here. So yeah, this is I don't know if you guys watch Iskall, but he's a member of the Hermitcraft server. He built this amazing Guardian farm, and from watching his videos and other people's videos on their interpretations of what he's done, I just remade the farm in my own world, and I think it's so cool and efficient, and I'm really happy with it. And I've got a beacon on each corner. That's what I use a lot of my iron blocks for, and this is just so that I have strength, resistance and regen, and then the speed and jump booster, just extras really. But yeah, at the moment it's on automatic kill. Then it just deposits everything into an automatic sorting system with my enchanting table here, so I can get the levels from the XP version, because the XP version it just plops blocks down here and pushes fence gates up. I just wait for them to come down and kill them like so. So it's a pretty good farm, and I'm really happy with it. Like I guess this is part of the reason I don't want to start a new world, because if I did, I would lose all of this progress, and I just decided to just keep improving this world. Yeah, so I think that was dumb. I think I've showed you guys pretty much everything from this part of the world, except for one thing, which isn't that important, but I guess I'll show you anyway. So let me go to it. So happy the boat glitch in 1.14 hasn't happened during this video, because that is just so annoying. It can take like 5 minutes to get out of a boat. We have to relog. Yeah, so let me go up here and sleep for a second, and then there's mobs down here, aren't there? Okay, let's just walk out there normally. If a creeper explodes, but I think I'll just run into the water. I think I'm alright. Yeah, so, okay, I have a birch bridge going over here. Nothing too fancy. Beacon beams. I have a skeleton horse. Only horse I can get to this island, really, because I'm on a deserted island, and yeah, these guys can run through water. Also, I'm really happy with how this underwater bridge came out. It took me ages to do this, but I'm pretty happy with it. Called him Terry. Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans out there, you know what I'm saying. And then we have, oh yeah, there's ravine sheep over there. He's never left the ravine ever since he went down, and I just haven't had the heart to kill him. So he's ravine sheep, and he never leaves. Oh, there's a skeleton. Okay, smite 5. Okay, that was not the strength. That was smite 5. All right. Anyway, we just have a cute little path over here, really. Random chorus fruit tree, because I needed some end rods, but yeah. And then we have my first automatic smelter. It's just a basic minecart one with the furnaces, but this is just decoration. And then I've got stuff in there, so it's a basic farm. Not farm, it's a basic automatic furnace array. It's pretty cool, I guess. See, one shots. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much everything that I have in this section of the world. So let me fly over to the nether portal. Oh, that was a terrible landing. He doesn't have a name yet, by the way, but, you know, feel free to leave a comment for his name. The 3 people that watch this video will get to pick his name. And their names as well. I had to do a lot of dog breeding recently. Anyway, so first things first, I've got 3 tunnels so far, and let me go up to the big gold one because that will be the quickest to show you guys. This is just a nether roof gold farm. I'm sure you guys know the glitch to get through the nether roof. It's a pretty famous video out there at the moment. But yeah, we just have a couple of slices of the farm with turtle eggs in the middle, and they just fall down and die like that, and their gold nuggets get distributed into here. So yeah, AFK here for an hour. You get about like a couple of stacks of gold blocks, I think, because in 10 minutes I got like, I don't know, I think I got like 4 or 5 stacks of ingots worth of nuggets. So it's a really cool farm. I can do a tutorial on that, or you guys can find one on your own, whatever. They're really easy to make, but you just need a lot of blocks and then you're fine. Okay, next farm is the farm that I'm most proud of, and I've built this from Logical Geek Boy's tutorial. He is a great Minecraft YouTuber, really underrated, and you know, if this video gets lots of attention, please go and subscribe to him because he is such a good Minecraft YouTuber and he gets no attention at all. And subscribe to me as well, please, but that's up to you. So this is my tunnel, and it goes to my Wither Skeleton farm. Now this took absolutely ages to make, and it's not because of the actual farm itself, it's because of the spawning prevention. So yeah, this is all blue ice, by the way, just to make it really fast. Oh, glitch. Oh my god, that was scary. Wait, am I go? No, this is the wrong way. Okay, this way. You can see these armor stands here. That has helped me build this farm. And I'll explain that in a second. They're all dots all over the screen. Alright, okay, cool. So, probably gonna have to edit in a second anyway, because we still have to go back. Okay, so, quick explanation. I have cobblestone slabbed a massive area of the nether. That is to prevent mobs spawning anywhere except in there, and the reason is because it makes the farm dramatically more efficient. And these armor stands are from a data pack created by Logical Geek Boy himself, where they just put a sphere of, where basically the command puts a sphere of armor stands around the player, and it stays set where you stood last. And I've stood down, oh, I don't want them to shoot me. I've stood down, that was scary, because they will set the wither roses on fire. I have stood down at the bottom where I will usually AFK and then done this command, and that will allow me to see everywhere I need to slab proof, and I've slab proofed the majority of it. The reason it's still not gone yet is because I still need to do bits and pieces here and I just haven't finished it, but the rates are already really high without me finishing it. So yeah, let me go and show you the actual farm itself. So yeah, this is really cool. It gets me so many wither skeleton skulls. I have a little storage room here. I have 15 in there at the moment. And as you can see, the 18 that I had back in my storage room, all from this. And this can net around 300 skulls an hour if you just stand here and hit them with looting, and about a stack an hour if you use the automatic killing method, and that is just 2 dogs in minecarts who brought forward, and they just kill the wither skeletons for you. It's really quick and easy, and these wither skeletons are all one hit because of the fall. And yeah, I'm really proud of this farm. Logical Geek Boy challenged everyone in his tutorial video to make it in survival. I've made it. It's not 100% efficient yet, but it's really, really quick. I can get a beacon in about 10 minutes, provided the wither fight goes well. I can get a beacon in about 10 minutes time, so I'm really, really happy with that. And I have unlimited beacons now. I would show you guys all of the slabbing, but it's just slabbing and it's pretty boring. And I would explain to you how it works, but go and watch Logical Geek Boy and look at his fucking... Again, I use the F-bomb that should not be used in a Minecraft video, and I barely said it, so yeah. Please don't demonetize me if I get monetized in the future, because I'll monetize this video. Anyway, so yeah, basically, it just basically works by siphoning the wither skeletons away from the other mobs, and Logical Geek Boy's tutorial explains that a lot better than I'll explain it, so go and watch him, and you'll find that understanding a bit better. Sorry, I had to relog there, guys. I just wanted to get this bow back. Oh god, I hate it when that glitch happens, man. It's so irritating and pointless. Like, can they not... Because they put the feature in where the boats can travel fast on blue ice, right? But then they put they haven't realised that a bug develops from that, where if you move too fast in the boat, it gets left behind. I find a neat little trick that you can do is once you're on the other side, you just move around in the boat a little bit. And it didn't work. And I'm back again. This boat thing is so annoying. I hope it doesn't do it again. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, so we have one more part of the world that I haven't shown you guys yet, and this is an unfinished part, but again, this is like a sort of a background project in case I get bored of redstone farms. Like for example, slabbing the nether is mostly done, but there are still bits and pieces to do over there. I get bored of that quite a lot. Surprisingly, I do actually. Really not surprising. So I have a sort of a build, like a town build project above my ender portal, and we'll just quickly go and show that. And then the farm that I built in the end as well, and then that will be the end of the tour. So this is just a bog standard ice boat road nether tunnel, nothing really to see. Just make it so that boats don't disappear, right? Can they not do that? Anyway, I got windows out into the nether, nothing really special over here. What's special is on the other side. So let me go through the nether portal, if it will happen. And I just noticed I've been recording for ages, so I might have to speed up some of the walking. But you know, I'm sure if you guys are really interested, you'll watch the whole thing, which you probably won't be interested. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is show you guys the underground part first. So this is my stronghold. Obviously I've kept it the same because I'm building a sort of a castle town on top, and this is meant to imitate like a little dungeon area of the castle. Not fully done yet, but I don't usually tend to finish like build project. I usually finish redstone farms, but I never like usually finish build projects very well. Boat didn't glitch that time, very nice. So up here is just my little sort of storage room and lobby area for this base. Again, I have the bog standard pumpkin pie generator, as well as a melon farm, because I literally don't have a melon farm anywhere else in my world, because I don't need melon. And then I have an item sorter here, input chest, and this just sorts all of the building blocks that I use for my town project. So if I come up here, I hope that it's the daytime. Of course it's not the daytime, so let's sleep. This is the castle project, and castle town project. I'm not going to show you the entire thing, but I'll do a quick run through. It's not finished entirely on the indoors, but it's got pretty nice sort of footprint in the world. So if I just go along to a tree, you can see, even with the low render distance, I'm really happy with it, and I think it's really cool. It's got like outer walls and an inner keep. I made it by myself as like one of my first big builds, so I don't usually build like this in Minecraft, like aesthetically, and I'm happy with it. The next feature of this is going to be the town around the outside. Now this has been planned but not fully done yet. Here we have the sort of the docks / market area. We have market stalls that will eventually have villagers in them, houses, and then I have a dock with 2 docks and a single ship, which is meant to be sort of a what are those guys called again? You know, the Vindicator things guys, whatever, the guys that do raids, them. I've got a flag on this ship. This is meant to be a little trade ship of theirs, and they have come to trade their stuff with this village. This will eventually have like loads of villagers here. Once it's all done, and then we have storehouses, and yeah, and the castle. This will be the farm area. I've already done 2 pens, and then I'll do a big windmill and a crop field. That's my plan for this area. And the next thing is this, and this is the library. It's meant to be sort of a medieval library type building. It's kind of inspired by the Tudor houses. I think they're Tudor, sort of top heavy wooden houses. I don't know. I like it. It's not super like perfect or anything, but I guess I'd say proud of myself. Not really proud. This is a game after all, but I'm pleased with it. I guess I'm pleased, and that's all you ever really need to be in this game. And that is it for the overworld. I have, that's just another beacon mine down there, so nothing to see. I have one more farm that I need to show you guys, and as you may have seen, there were wither roses and lots of them in my wither skeleton farm. The way I was able to get those was because I built a wither rose farm in the end. And that was a farm designed by Ray's Works. You guys must have heard. Yeah, that was terrible lag. You guys must have heard of him. He's a really cool Minecraft YouTuber. He has a server that he hasn't updated for like years and years called. I can't even remember what his server's called. I was about to say SMP Live, but that's definitely not the case. But yeah, anyway, I'll get on with this. So this farm, I don't want to go over there. This farm, oh no, yeah, let's just kill this Enderman quickly. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Okay, he's dead. Now, this farm has, as you can probably see, has a wither in it, and that is something you won't be able to do in 1.15. So if you guys want to build this farm, build it now. And the reason you won't be able to do it in 1.15, the reason you guys won't be able to do it in 1.15 is because you won't be able to remove the portal blocks Now, the Wither is trapped in bedrock, and the bedrock is from a portal frame to the outer end islands that is created when you defeat the end dragon. You can remove that portal block using water, but you can't do that in 1.15. So that's the only reason that you can build this in this update and not 1.15, because you can remove the portal block using water in this update. So keep that in mind. But this is just a bog standard Enderman farm, but the Endermen get killed by the Wither, because the Wither kills anything that it sees, really. And yeah, I can quickly demonstrate this working. So let me just go up to my AFK platform. Where is it? Oh, that was a cool land. Okay, so there we have a platform. The AFK platform here, though, means that none of the Endermen spawn on the end island and only on here. They are attracted to this Endermite in a minecart. Then, as you can see, there are explosions going on. That's because the Wither is killing the Enderman, and that means they drop Wither roses. You can get about, I don't know, 18 stacks in an hour. I think I got once. It's a pretty like efficient farm, I'm not gonna lie, and I definitely recommend it to you guys who are in need of Wither roses, because, well, 18 stacks in 1 hour. That's pretty good. Let me just go and turn it off. The way it gets turned off is you just put a popped it out. Okay, and then there we go. 25 hasn't been on for too long, but I've got 29. That was literally just like 10-20 seconds of it being on. So it's a really cool and efficient farm, and I'm really happy with it. But yeah, again, I'm not going to explain too much of the details of it, because just go and watch RaiseWorks' video. And yeah, guys, I think that'll do it for this world tour. Please go and check out the guys I've talked about. They've been really helpful. Well, obviously not to me personally, but in the development of this world, certainly. And you know, I couldn't have had as fun a time on this world if it weren't for these amazing Minecraft YouTubers. So if by any chance this video does get popular, go and check them out. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys will join me for the next World Tour update video, and I hope you guys will join me for any future videos, whether it be more Minecraft or other games, or even anime discussions, sports, whatever I decide to do. I'm into a lot of things. I'm into my own head at the moment. I'm into a lot of things at the moment. Well, in general, not at the moment, just in general, really. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.